Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. Today is Tuesday, July 22nd, which means we have a new Atomic Shop weekly update that starts today, Tuesday, July 22nd. It goes to next Tuesday, July 29th, 2025. The maintenance break is now over. For Xbox Series X, it was a 15.74 gigabyte update. All right, featured section, Tiki Takeover. Tiki Camp Bundle, 1,800 items. Take a look at this real quick here. I believe we have Tiki items in the game already, so these items here are brand new, so that's interesting for sure. We have Grandma Junko. Okay, so she's a light ally, which means she cannot give you any quests in the game. Like, you know how Raider Punk, Gramps, and the Settler Wanderer can give us quests. Light allies cannot, but she will sell things to you. And I believe she does give you baked goods or something like that, I believe. But yeah, there's her little chair there. And she is actually from a previous scoreboard from back in the day, so that's pretty cool that we have her back. We have a Tiki kit by itself, 700 atoms. That's pretty sharp, actually. Very wastelandy looking for sure. Huh. Nice. The Tiki Porch, 500 atoms to go with your kit. That is pretty sharp. Nice. Tiki Canopy Bed, 300 atoms. Tiki Couch, 250 atoms. Nice. I like that nice looking couch there, actually. The Tiki Fan, 250 atoms. And we have an emote here. Shaken, 250 atoms. Interesting. Look at that cat go. Right on. Sales time. Time for some bargains. We got this one here last week. The Halvation Mega Bundle. So original cost is 3,500 atoms for this. And anytime there's a really big bundle like this, or multiple bundles for sale, I recommend reading the description. Just don't look at the pictures. I can't stress it enough. They obviously don't have pictures for everything in the description. Sometimes there are items in pictures that aren't included in the bundle. All right, so again, make sure you read the description before you buy these huge bundles. Enclave Mega Bundle, 20% off. Original cost is 3,000. Discount is 600. Nice having the Enclave bundle back. Lots of nice items in here. And again, make sure you read the description. Raider Mega Bundle, 20% off. Original cost is 3,750 atoms. Discount is 750 atoms. Some random stuff in there. Got a lot of paints. Flags in there. Nice. Outfits. Pretty sweet. The Red Rocket Dumpster Bundle, 20% off. Original cost is 1,500. Discount is 300. Now in some items in here, like this Red Rocket Dumpster. This is a camp resource that you can passively collect junk items that you can scrap to give you plastic. Now I know plastic is very easily to get in the game, but I know when this camp resource came out, I know a lot of people bought it just more so for how it looks to have in your camp. And of course, how it passively collects junk items to give you plastic. Nice little bonus there. And of course, we have a coffee machine here. So this is just a reskin of the OG coffee machine. I believe there's about 4 different coffee machines, but they're all reskins of the OG one we got several years ago. It'll passively collect 4 canned coffee while you play the game. And canned coffee is great for XP and AP, and it also works well with eat pre-war food and collect pre-war food for those daily weekly challenges. High-Tech Armaments Bundle, 20% off. Original cost is 1,500. Discount is 300. Some nice paints in here for your different type of weapons. Again, make sure you read the description so you know what weapons or what paint. Pheasantly Home Decor Bundle, 20% off. Original cost is 1,500. Discount is 300. Some nice items in here. And again, this little rad pheasant coop, got this one a couple of season passes ago. And if you have the chicken coop or the rabbit coop, this is just a reskin of them. It passively collects 12 fertilizer. All right. But if you already have those other ones, you don't really need this unless you really like the look of it. So just an FYI there. Mr. Fuzzy Plushie Bundle, 20% off. Original cost is $1,200. Discount is $240. Some plushies in here. Sometimes we do have a daily, weekly challenge where we have to craft a plushie at a Tinkerer's Bench. Pretty good little deal there. Grim Reaper Outfit Bundle, 20% off. Original cost is $1,800. Discount is $360. Again, get some nice items in here. Haunted House Mega Bundle, 20% off. Original cost is $2,200. Discount is $440. It's a nice getting ready for Halloween, which surprisingly enough, just around the corner. Can't believe how fast these days are going. All right, greatest hits, best the best section. Miner's Delight Bundle, 50% off. That's what I like to see. Bethesda, 50% off these bundles. Original cost is $1,500. Discount is $750. Wide range of items in there. Make sure you read the description again. Battle Scarred Bundle, 50% off. Original cost is $2,000. Discount is $1,000. That's the way it should be, guys, right there. That type of discount is what we all want. Clandstine Gauss Weapons. Looking at it, I think, how do I say that word? 50% off. Original cost is $1,200. Discount is $600. Again, for your Gauss weapons, just basically that type of paint. Kind of blocks them out. Survivalist paints, 50% off. Original cost is $1,000, and it's for 500 atoms. Different types of power armor. Survivalist power armor paint. Nice. Summer Camp Shelter by itself, okay, 35% off for 975 atoms. That's actually a pretty good price for that. So I've been on the fence of buying this for quite some time, but that's just a shelter by itself. So that's actually pretty good for a shelter. That's a pretty good price. And look at this bad boy right here, the Santa Bag Backpack. 50% off for 250 atoms. Yes, sir. So as you guys know, I do have the Santa Claus and Miss Santa Claus outfit. And having this as a backpack skin, even awesome. So again, this is not a backpack itself. It is a skin for a backpack, small or standard. And basically you apply it as a mod at an armor's workbench. I will definitely 100% be buying that bad boy. Grafton Mascot outfit, 50% off for 300 items. So the Grafton monster, that's pretty sharp, eh? First Responder paint, 50% off for 250 items. I love the 50% off, guys. Nice job, Bethesda. Keep that coming. Schoolhouse kit, 50% off for 350 items. Nice little camp kit there. That's actually a really good price for a camp kit. Yep. That's a pretty good 50% all across the board. Nice job. Special offers. Have a great day, Mural. Had this for quite some time. Excuse me. And you've seen this in many of my camps. For those of you who've been following me along, I've had it for quite some time, and it does. It works just like a light. It doesn't. You don't have to connect it to power by a wire. It just works like most lights in the game. You just put it close enough to a generator, and it will light up, and it's really nice. Nice little sign there. I always recommend every day, even if you play for about 5-10 minutes, always check the featured section, special offers tab. There'll be a free item in there every single day. And again, you go ahead and claim it. It's usually utility items, so FYI there. Backyard chair, 50% off for 125 items. Nice little chair there. Nuka-Cola Services Bundle, 20% off for Fallout First for 920 atoms, a regular 1,500. Oh, look at this little bundle here. That's a nice little bundle there. Yes, sir. Wow. So we have, there's a go there. So again, this is for Fallout First members, which is a little unfortunate. But we have this counterfeit bottle cap press. And it will passively collect lead and aluminum. You guys see that on my channel. I do have a video on this when it came out several months ago, so that's a very nice little camp resource to have, as well as this popcorn machine. That's, again, popcorn machine. This is, of all the camp resources we have available to us, I would say between the popcorn machine and the coffee machine is the ones you're going to find in most people's camps. This popcorn is not only good for AP, but it's good for eat a cake, pie, or candy, and pre-war food. And it's just a great machine to have in your camp just alone. And of course, that is I think it's a brewing station. Yeah, brewing station. So you must have the brewing station plan already. And of course, you get that by completing Wasted on Nukashine questline. And that's how you get the brewing station and the fermenter. But basically, this is a reskin of that. But you must have that plan in order to apply this. But that's pretty nice, actually. That's a nice little bundle. Yes, sir. We have the Mix-O-Matic. So again, this is the free/bonus item for Fallout First members only for July 2025. I do have a video on this on the channel. I review it and I show you how to get power to it. So again, I can't stress this enough. I'm still reading the odd comment or two. It does not need a wired connection. Okay. It does not get power that way. It works more or less like a light, where it has to be placed close enough to a generator, and that's how it gets its power. It does not need a wired connection, and I show you how to do that right in the video. All right, and I'll passively collect 40 concrete while you play the game. It is basically on the same slot as that cement truck we got a couple years back, but it's just a much smaller footprint for sure than that cement truck. Followed first ketchup 1000 atoms, ketchup bundle 15. Some items in here. All right, let's keep going down here. Okay, so the last 6 days for this year, the Switchback Power Armor Bundle, 1800 atoms. The Whirl Wizard. So again, I did do a little review on this camp resource. It'll passively collect paint cans. So regular paint cans will give us steel, and then paint cans with paint in it will give us lead. So steel and lead. Nice little camp resource to have. I believe it was 700 atoms, a little bit more expensive than I would like for what it is. And again, this one here does need a wired connection from a generator, so FYI, but you can check out that video I made there a couple weeks ago. Switchback paint, 1500 atoms for your different types of power armor. Switchback jetpack. Switchback jetpack. Yeah, right on, Jim. 700 atoms. So basically, that jetpack is the power armor jetpack, okay, not the non-power armor type. Switchback paint, 500 atoms. The minigun. And going back to this jetpack, it's not a jetpack itself, it's a skin. It's a paint for a jetpack, all right? Just like how the switchback paint is a paint or a skin for a minigun, all right? Lunchboxes times 40, 25% off for 750 atoms. That's a pretty good deal. You receive XP boost, random buffs. I believe you can only stack 4 at a time. Repair kits times 40, 25% off for 750 atoms. So again, that's also a pretty good one. So as you guys know, with my low-level guy, my high-level guy, I use repair kits all the time, especially when I'm in the middle of my videos. It just cuts down on me having to kind of repair them. And especially if you're lower level and you're just kind of focusing on quests, you're not focusing on picking a bunch of stuff up. You need to repair your armor and your weapons, and sometimes you're just missing a few items. So that's where these repair kits really pay off to get. And of course, score booster times 7, that's also a pretty good deal, 25% off for 375 atoms. That's actually pretty good price for that, because that can be very pricey. All right, and I think that's it. Yeah, nice. Awesome. So there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, NotMeButMeYesMeThatsMe, Drew Andrew, Confoundedbridge, Waywarner, John DJ59, Picquerist, Gwen Trutnau, Tony Watson, FelixTheKat, Dan Ferreira. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.